I dug a rock out that was just a little bit smaller than a smart car.
This deep down and more, I think so.
Every single one came off of the ground we own. So I get to tell the girls what to do today. Part of land maintenance, in addition to proper tillage and proper drainage and everything, fertility and all. And maybe I did a monologue one time here a couple days ago. I don't know if you saw that or if Abby edited it out or not, but I'll show you a couple things. First, around here you have to pick up rocks. So these girls are going to be picking up rocks today. It's a rite of passage. We don't have a fancy rock picker like the Millennial Farmer, but we've got a few rocks. Not real terrible, but like that right there. And there's a few small ones around. But if you see, I saw that rock while we was combining, and you can tell I picked my head up over it. So I'm going to send these girls around in this pickup in this field, and wherever there's tall beans, they have to stop. And they've got pry bars and a shovel, and they're going to pick up that rock. Emma, you just had that rock picked up and you threw it back down. What are you doing? So I'm going to make these girls pick up some rocks. I'm going to, if you can, I don't know where it's at, down there on the creek somewhere, maybe right there. Still have trees blown over from the derecho, so I'm going to be pushing those trees off. We got chainsaws in the truck. So field maintenance today, picking up these girls, they get to pick up rocks. They look happy. I'll show you something else. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but that right there, we've had fertilizer spread. Fertilizer, this is P and K. And there's green. It used to be pink, it's green now. But that's potassium and phosphorus. And that's been spread out. There's some green. Right there. That's one of each right beside each other. See a little green one, a little white one. And that's the white one there. All over this field has fertility on it. Fertilizer. It kind of almost needs to be incorporated a little bit, but there's so many rocks and this is kind of a steep hill. We don't know if we really want to work this up, but we're going to have anhydrous put on it. You can see a lot of fertilizer over here. See? All of that. But it's covering the ground. They did a good job spreading it. Right over the top of the hill here, I was going one day, and I came up on a rock about the same size as this one right here. And I started digging it out, and I dug around it and dug around it some more, dug around, and before you know it, I dug a rock out that was just a little bit smaller than a Volkswagen Bug. It was a little bit smaller than a smart car. So you never know what you're going to find. But the frost keeps bringing them up. Whenever it freezes, it heaves them up and allows them to rise. And you don't like getting into the rocks where you end up digging out a small smart car. But these girls are going to be digging up rocks today. Yay!
Alright, so I don't know if you can see, but we got some rocks back there. 2 stops, and that's what we got. We're heading up here to our next patch of standing beans. Well, there's a big one right there. So just park here. Alright, we're gonna get out, take care of that rock. Alright, so Daddy just called and he says that he hollered at us and wanted us to come down there, so we're gonna turn around. Remember, we got chainsaws on the back, so try not to slide them around too much, but I think he wants the chainsaws. There were some pretty big trees that fell down back there where he's getting, so we're gonna head back there. All right, so Dad wants us to work this north section of the field now. So we're gonna come up here, and then when he heads back that way, he just wants us to kind of stay pretty close to him so he can keep an eye on us, so we can keep an eye on him in case something goes wrong. And so we have the chainsaws on the back in case he needs those, then he can yell at us to come get them, because we don't have any other means of communication except by yelling. So, yeah. Okay, couple more stops. We got a couple more rocks. So we're gonna head over here now, see if there's any over this hill, and if there's not, then we'll only have to head back that way and get the rest over there. Okay, we got a piece of trash here. I'm gonna get up real quick. Looks like an old jug. I remember seeing that in the combine. Okay. Alright, that's our rock pile so far. Got our chainsaws and chainsaw maintenance supplies, but we are looking pretty good. Then, well, I just found a pretty big rock. A really big rock. And I just want to show you this real quick. Look, and it goes like this deep down and more, I think. So, just... I don't know if we're gonna have to. This is not good because we're kind of on a little bit of a time crunch because we're getting along really good over there, so we stopped and talked to Dad, and he says that now we can come back and pick up limbs after him so he can just stay on the tractor. So we're gonna finish up this little bit we had and then go over and do that, and now this puts a major delay in our agenda.
Do you think we should just wait for Dad?
We'll see. It's looking that way.
Here's our rock pile. So there's a truck, and you can see we've got some come all the way out here. Every single one of these rocks, every single one came off of the ground we own. We only own 600 acres, but we've picked all these up, and that's improvement to our ground. So I guess guys who don't care about the ground don't ever do none of this. They don't know what picking up rocks are. But conservation and ground improvement means picking up rocks. So you see, we have them down to this size, and got that size. Go sit on one of them rocks. All the way up here to this size. Just rocks that we've accumulated. And actually the real big ones we have put up for decoration. So like this one's a pretty big one. This one came out just north of the house. So that one's pretty good sized, you can tell. And all of these, so we have picked up every single one of these rocks off of, most of them came off of this Home 360. But Papa picked up a few, but I pick up a lot of rocks. I pick up some every fall and every spring, and we just keep adding to it. Sometimes big, sometimes small. We have a lot of this kind of rock. You can call it flood rock. Sedimentary, fast sedimentary rock, like might have formed during Noah's flood here. And just it's clumps up, sets up hard, but it's coarse. It's not real fine. And I'll show you some of them. We have a lot of it that will have a lot of fossils. Let's see. Okay, here's some. Now, I don't know, the sun might be there. You see that? I don't know if the camera, that's a shell. I don't know if the camera will focus. There's a shell, all of that shells. There's something in there, shells in there. And you can bust this open, and there's just these shell fossils all throughout that. And so you can't tell me it took billions of years to form that. That formed all at the same time. And there was just hundreds of thousands of shells getting trapped in these rocks. There's a shell fossil. And all at the same time. Shell right there. And I can't imagine how many shells, these little diatoms and shells that got trapped in these rocks. And this is a fast formed rock. That's not slowly formed sedimentary rock. That's a big huge shell right there. That was where a big huge shell was. That's coarse formed rock, like cement. Whatever was happening with the flood or whatever formed it fast. But you can see we just have a lot of these fossil rocks. This is all fossil rock here. Fossils all in that. That's something big fossil in there. But a lot of fossil rock, then a lot of granite, and lots of different kinds of rocks. That's got a lot of iron in it over there, that orange one. But we've picked up a lot. That's a good fossil rock right here. Good fossil, lots of fossils there. All that, I don't know, you might be able to pick up that fossil. Just that, I don't know what that is, shale, but that's our rock pile. That's what we do. If you see me out in the field randomly waltzing around, I'm picking up rocks.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.